welcome to our Halloween Spooktacular. And today, I missed trick or treat over the weekend, so I decided to dress up. So I've got on my Hogwarts garb today. So yeah, um, today what I thought we'd do is just sort of hang out. I've got a jack o' lantern to carve, and if you got any questions, I've got my phone set up over there so I can look at comments. And yeah, we're just going to hang out, chill, carve a pumpkin. So let's do that. And well, for me to do that, I need to move some stuff around. So let me do that right now. All right, and I never checked this camera angle before I started, so hopefully it looks good. uh, yeah, I think this will work. Okay. Can everyone hear me okay? Did I unmute the microphone? Yes, it's showing levels. Um, so I don't get my sweet, sweet Hogwarts hoodie all dirty, I am going to hang it up. All right, there we go. And now we've got a pumpkin to carve. And this is one that I've never done before. I've done large pumpkins. I even did a turnip one year here on our broadcast. But I've never done one of these little pie pumpkins. Uh, so it's going to be interesting to see if it's very different than a regular pumpkin. But we'll find out. So let me go ahead and dig in. I'm going to do it the traditional way by cutting an opening in the top. Some people, if you're going to use a candle with it, now some people will actually use an LED candle so it doesn't get hot. And then they'll cut the bottom out. And then that way they can put an LED light underneath of it. And it looks a lot better from the top. But I'm going to go the traditional route, cut open the top, and go from there. So I've got some miscellaneous tools down here that I just stole from our office kitchen. And hopefully this knife works pretty good. Oh yeah. It is doing a good job. Now I'm going to make this side that's facing me right now the back of the jack-o'-lantern. And a good tip for when you're doing this is when you're cutting out the opening, make a little triangle in one section of it. So I'm making a little V shape. And basically what that little V shape is going to let me do is it's going to let me index this top with the pumpkin, so that way I'm keeping it all kind of the same. And another thing that I'm doing is I'm cutting in at an angle, and that way I've got a little ledge for the top of my pumpkin to sit on. I can already tell one thing that might create an issue with doing a little pie pumpkin like this is this opening is going to be just a bit smaller. So that might be something that I have to deal with. Another thing, we'll take off my watch. There we go. That way I can get the goop out, and I might as well go ahead and take off my wedding band. Oh yeah, so there is... There is our pumpkin top. And yeah, you can just kind of go in and trim off the goop. And now whenever I set this back on, you can see the little V shape that I made right there. I know exactly how that lid has to go on now. So I'm going to set this aside so I can start degutifying this. Let's see. Actually got a little pot there on my desk that will hold that perfectly. Now I've got a couple of weapons here. I think this spoon might actually do pretty well for scraping out the insides because it has pretty sharp edges on it. It is a little bit flimsy though, so might have to scoop accordingly. This pumpkin is very, I don't know what you would call it, tender, I guess. Compared to a large pumpkin, I mean, it seems like the guts and everything are scooping out of it really easily. Oh, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. There's a bend in there a little bit. Oh, Patty says she's never seen Harry Potter. You definitely gotta watch Harry Potter. I kind of missed it when I was... Well, I can't really say when I was growing up because I was in college when all the Harry Potter movies came out. So, like, the first one came out, I think, when I was a senior in high school. So, even the novels and stuff, when they were out, that was while I was in high school. I never really read them or anything because I was like, it's a kid's book. And my wife really loves Harry Potter, and she finally made me sit down and watch the movies, and yeah, it is a great series. It's one of the few like movie franchises that I could sit down and watch like multiple times because you always find something different or a different aspect of it. They're just really well made films. Okay. So, if any of you that are watching that have seen Harry Potter, which one is your favorite of the series? Because the one that I like that's probably one of my favorites is Goblet of Fire, and everybody's always like, no. But for me, that's like the best one because it's where things kind of get real, you know? It's where a first kind of main character dies, and Yeah, it's where the stakes get a lot higher in the series. Now, something you can do if you're carving a jack-o'-lantern is you can save these seeds and roast them. And way back, probably over 10 years ago, I did a video where I roasted pumpkin seeds. And yeah, it's pretty easy to do. I did them with some salt and olive oil and just roasted them up in the oven. One of the things is, though, is I don't personally like roasted pumpkin seeds. A lot of people love them, but for me, I don't know. Okay. I am genuinely surprised at how easily this pie pumpkin cleaned out. I mean, it is perfectly clean inside. And that went really quickly. Alright, now I've got to come up with my face here. And I think I'm just going to go with the classic triangular eyes, kind of a goofy looking smile, sort of jack-o'-lantern. And I am just going to freehand it, so it's hard to tell how this is going to look. What I might do is kind of poke in some guides here. That way I've at least got a general plan. I'll give him a little baby nose. Okay, so we'll do eyes first. So, something in the Harry Potter universe, and I actually debated on doing it for tonight's episode, and it might be a future one. Something in their world is that at Hogwarts they drink pumpkin juice. So I thought, hey, I'll track down a juicer and juice a pumpkin, and we'll try it live. It wouldn't be the weirdest thing that I've eaten live on the internet, so this eye just doesn't want to pop out. One extra eyeball. There we go. Oh, maybe. Okay, that's one eye. second eye here. Pulled out some little stringies with it, so I might have to do a little bit more cleanup on the inside after I finish with this. And now I decided to add a little tiny baby nose. So, and it's just going to be one knife jab. Another one. And one more. Well, that's a cute little nose. Okay, now it's time to do the mouth, or the mouth, one mouth. But I did mark the corners here. And something that I found is I do want to give him, some goofy looking teeth. I'm thinking like one on the top, one on the bottom, kind of alternating. One thing that kind of helps whenever you're doing the mouth is to carve out the teeth first. So again, I'm doing the classic jack-o'-lantern shape. So I'm going to do some square teeth. So I'm going to do the top one first. And now we'll do the bottom one. And I'm going to make them so they kind of overlap a little bit. Maybe I should have done the pumpkin juice episode. This pumpkin is really juicy. Okay. And then across the top of the pumpkin smile is normally fairly straight, so that's an easy line to cut out first. So I'm going right to the edge of that top tooth. And then we'll skip the space where that tooth is, and then keep going straight across to our other mark here. I might even curve it up a little bit. There we go. Yeah. And now I just need to come down and catch this bottom tooth, and I'm going to kind of try to curve it around to it. Right like that. And now that I have kind of one section cut out, I'm going to go back in here, and there's kind of a littler section right here that I think I can remove. Because with the mouth, if you can remove it in sections, that sometimes works a lot better. So like that piece right there, I was able to pull out. And now, let me, find the bottom of that. There we go. And this again, I think I can split up into two separate sections to pull out. And that way there's less of a chance of damaging the parts that you want to keep. There we go. So there is our jack-o'-lantern smile. Now what I need to do is, you can see especially on the smile, there's some areas where I didn't quite cut it just right. It's kind of at a weird angle. So it kind of closes up on the inside, which means whenever I put a light inside of it, it won't quite light up that well. So now what I'm going to do is go back with my knife and kind of clean up this opening. And since the skin is the toughest part, it actually becomes really easy to cut. And I'm just kind of pushing those chunks through to the back. I can clean them up later. So I mentioned that a few years ago I carved a turnip on Bob's Live. And the reason being is turnips were the original jack-o'-lanterns. The tradition, it comes from Ireland, and over there they didn't have pumpkins, so they used turnips. And then when they came to the New World, they discovered these gourds that the Native Americans were growing, and they made a lot better jack-o'-lanterns. Which, yeah, I could do a whole other blog post on the history of pumpkins and how they were really important to the Native Americans. You know, they were kind of an important food crop. Ooh. There's a squidgy bit that doesn't want to come out. Oh yeah, that's really juicy. There we go. I just, yep. Oh, yep, that's nasty. Oh yeah. All right, there we go. Okay, I am going to first grab a paper towel here somewhere. There they are. You get all the pumpkin guts off of me. And then I'm going to ruin a flashlight, maybe. It's waterproof, it'll clean up. Ugh. I'm going to turn off some lights. And let's take a look at what our jack-o'-lantern looks like. Okay, Yeah, that's an interesting chat there. We'll block you. There we go. You always have to have a party pooper on online chat. All right, so got a flashlight here. Let's see what we've got. It's too bad it won't fit in it with the lid one. But yeah, he's looking pretty good. Let's see if I can get the lighting a little bit better. It's kind of blinding the camera. Oh, no, that's not helping either, is it? But yeah, it turned out pretty good. Let's see. Oh, that... Maybe if I turn... Yeah, let me try that. That might work a little bit better. I've got the light shining toward the back of it now. Yeah. That's nice. It turned out really good. And this flashlight has one more setting. We can do emergency pumpkin. So, yeah, there we go. All right, well. Oh, yeah. Ooh, the button's right here on the top of it, and it is covered in pumpkin now. Okay. Guess I can clean that later. Last but not least, I've got my little lid here. Pop that on. And there we go. That is a cute little jack-o'-lantern. And I have to say, using a pie pumpkin, I was expecting really the skin on it to be tougher and it'd be harder to carve, but actually this was a lot easier than a full-size jack-o'-lantern to carve. The skin was a lot softer, and it was a lot easier to get all the goop out of the inside of it. So yeah, if you're looking for a jack-o'-lantern project, a little pie pumpkin like this might be the way to go. And I'm going to go ahead and jump back over to the other camera, so give me just a second here. All right, and whoa, wait a sec. Oh, where is it? There we go. That's better. Yeah, that is carving a jack-o'-lantern, and I hope you think it was as fun as it was for me. I had a lot of fun doing it, and yeah, you're never too old to do something like that. It's a great little project, and I've definitely got the wheels turning on next year on maybe doing multiple pumpkins and doing a design or something like that. I always forget how fun it is to carve pumpkins. And well, the last thing that I want to do is take a look at the weather. And yeah, right now it is 64 degrees out. Been a little bit rainy today. But the rest of this week, it's looking like it's going to clear up, and we're actually going to have some nice weather going into this weekend. A little bit of a heat wave for this time of year. And it's going to stick around through Saturday and Sunday. And then on Monday, we're going to get back down into kind of normal temperatures, a week from today. So, yeah, we're kind of having one last, I think, little bit of summer. And, well, that is all that I have for this week's episode of Bob's Live. And, yeah, if you hung out here with me and you enjoyed it, make sure you give us a like if you're watching on Facebook and share it so that way other people can see the show. There's a lot of people that don't know that we do a live episode every week here on Facebook. And of course, you can always watch it directly on our website at bobsmarket.com/live. And also now we've got the archived version on YouTube, of course the version here on Facebook, but we're also uploading these over on Rumble now also. So if you give us a follow over on Rumble, that'll help us quickly get to 1,000 followers over there. Once we do that, we can start going live there also, so we can hit an even larger audience. And, well, share goofy stuff like this, but also all the awesome aspects of gardening. And, well, until next time, keep growing.